Show starts right now with a breaking news alert.
All right, there are a number of things going on right now. Let me start with what's going on the Southside. Apparently, there was a shooting, and police are going to brief us about that at 8:45. Now, there's another scene that unfolded on the west side at Collins and Roosevelt. It ended, okay, the news conference is at 8:45 for the officer-involved shooting. All right, 8:45 for the west side shooting. It wound up with a police officer having to be flown to UF Health, where he is being treated for life-threatening injuries, and the suspect was shot as well. Now let's focus on what's going on the South Side.
All right, so on the South Side, we know that there was some kind of shooting. It sounds as if the shooting happened at a business, perhaps a landscape business. We want to bring Melanie Lawson in. She's learned a lot more information since we last spoke to her in the last 20 minutes. Melanie, what do you know?
All right, so we will be briefed by investigators coming up here in just about 15, 20 minutes, but I have been able to talk with family members who have workers inside of this business. So let me show you the scene here. It, in fact, has become more active. We've seen more officers come on the scene, but down the street, we're at Spanning and McLaurin, right butting up to Deer Creek. That neighborhood is close by, also near the Avenues Mall, but it is a very rural area. On this street, though, there is a landscaping business. It's B&L, an older business, and we talked with a man who says he and his wife walk past there every day. There are about a dozen workers. There are lots of trees and plants on that property, and it's not a retail center. Instead, workers come there, and then they take the plants and the trees to other locations. So what we're being told by a man whose son we actually saw earlier during my first live shot, police were interviewing him, talked to his father-in-law, and he says that one of the men who works in that location was shot and killed by another worker this morning. I also talked with someone who had just dropped his aunt off, and he said that he heard 2 gunshots, and that, again, his aunt is still there at the scene, that son-in-law still there at the scene as police are interviewing them and expecting to release them soon. Again, the shooter is in custody, but one person who works at that business is dead, according to the few witnesses that I was able to talk with. I want you to hear, though, from a man who lives right across the street. And again, he said his wife had walked past this building this morning about 6:30 and everything was quiet. Then about an hour later, things changed drastically.
Well, there's a landscape and irrigation business, a B&L landscape. And we take our dogs for walks down there every morning, and they're always busy coming in, workers in the morning. And there's probably a dozen or so workers at a time there in the morning.
Always peaceful. You've never seen any
Yeah.
problems, police down there ever?
Never. Very peaceful. They're everybody's talks to us and admires our dog, and hadn't had any problems down there.
And you said your wife was walking down there today and noticed nothing early this morning.
That's right. She was. She walked down there and she saw, I believe it was Buck opening. He gets there in the morning and opens up the gates from to give him access to the yard and everything. And she didn't notice, anything going on at the time.
And police didn't warn you guys of a danger this morning?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. It was a total surprise.
All right, so again, back here live to the scene, which is active, and we expect to get briefed from investigators in the next 15, 20 minutes. But speaking to people who have people there, work at that site, there has been one worker who has been killed this morning, and the suspect is in custody. We will bring you the very latest from JSO as soon as we get that information. For now, we are live on the South Side. Melanie Lawson, back to you.
All right, so let's put things in perspective here. Apparently, this is a workplace shooting. It happens to be the second workplace shooting in about 3 or 4 days. The other was in Clay County, and we followed that as breaking news. One person is dead. The investigation is still going on. We will be briefed at some point this morning about that situation over there on the South Side. The scene is on the back side of Deer Creek Country Club, and apparently this is not a landscaping business. It's open to the general public. Apparently it might be a place that contractors and the such go to.
Pick them up and deliver them.
And then we have the officer-involved shooting over on the west side.
And that one involves, of course, that police officer flown with life-threatening injuries to the hospital, presumably, of course, from what we're hearing, to UF Health. We have also learned that that officer's family has been notified. We do not know if it's a man or a woman, but we know that it was involving some kind of a truck theft. Presumably that officer perhaps saw that truck that investigators were looking for, maybe tried to pull it over. We just don't know at this point. We do know, though, that the suspect in that case was shot but is in custody, waiting to learn more about their condition as well.
So it's 8:34 and just turned to 8:35. In 10 minutes, we expect to hear from Sheriff Williams about that police officer involved shooting. We'll find out about the officer's condition, the circumstances surrounding it, news about the suspect. Stay with us on News for Jax here on air. If you can't follow the story on Channel 4, follow it as well online at newsforjax.com.